Welcome to another episode of TaviRadio SatAM. I'm your host, TaviFace, followed by my co-host, Lycan Jones.
The Wolfman himself.
Hashtag Wolfman, follow him on Twitter. Wolfman.
Don't follow Wolfman on Twitter. That's a different guy. I'm fake Lycan Jones on Twitter.
Which is the irony of it.
Yeah, because some dumbass took my name already.
I saw.
I hate it. You know who you are. You know what you did. Anyways, so normally we jump into topics. You know, we just go like, let's do a coin flip. We'll do a topic.
But we're doing a change in format this time.
We got a little updates. All right, first up, right off the bat,
the Negri update.
There's no Negri update today. I mean, my position has not changed. So you're not gonna get that beautiful piece of artwork. I refuse to let her have that.
All right.
But if you guys want to tweet to her, actually, I'll upload that picture. By the time this thing comes out, that title card will be uploaded. So I wouldn't worry too much. One thing though, I do want to bring up is
any updates from the last episode?
Oh no, I mean I still feel about
not
her.
from her, but just in general.
Oh no, not really. What do you want me to talk about? Frogs again?
No, I'm good. But
so this is being recorded like a few days after we've uploaded the most recent episode. So far, no one's tweeted at Saber Spark or Pan Pizza or Jaden Animations with that picture I drew of them.
That's on the title card. But I feel like it's not my place.
Yeah, I want them to find it on their own and see. You think Jaden will cry?
I don't think she'll cry from sadness. I think she just cry about the beauty of it because you made her seem like an actual real woman. I think the way you drew Pan Pizza might he might actually like it. And who knows about Saber Spark? I don't know. He's kind of
Saber Spark should be goddamn proud that I made him look like a man for once.
He's a little man-child baby boy.
Baby boy, baby, or evil? You decide.
Well, I'm surprised you didn't draw Mysterious Mr. Enter, because I also talked about him.
Oh yeah, you know what? Here's the thing. In retrospect, because the main things when I was drawing that picture was the main things the main things I was thinking about was Jaden, Pan, the Goat God, obviously, and Saber Spark. I forgot about Mysterious Mr. Enter. I should have drawn him, but
yes, it could have been the Four Heavenly Teens.
Dang it, I blew it. We're deleting that episode. Don't worry about it. But we'll leave in the Negri update because I like how some people have already said, like, does she have, like, pecs or are those her breasts? You decide. I
legitimately thought they were, like, they were pets. I thought you were drawing, like, a really manly Negri. But then you told me, in retrospect, the way that when you found out that they were, like, her breasts, she's busty as hell. You drew her very busty.
Well, that's her angle, man. That's her hustle. Like, I mean, she's not going out and getting secret implants at 3 a.m. in the morning for nothing.
I'd prefer to get secret 3 a.m. lipos I don't want anybody to find out about.
We're talking to you, Momo-kun. Oh!
The Momo-kun update. Here we go.
All right. Let's transition from what was pretty much a not Negri update. I have nothing to report. I still feel the same about her. Once I put that picture up, you guys feel free to tweet that picture at her, see if she'll find it flattering. If I start a fight with fake Nerd Boy, her boyfriend, then my life is complete. Well, I can knock one thing off my list. So, picking a fight with him, a real one, I'll probably own him. I'm a werewolf. I mean,
but what if Nidri steps in, like do a tag team?
I'm a werewolf.
Yeah, but Nidri's like, she has some sort of power.
Like what? In fact, I find it very insulting when she puts on like those animal masks because it's like, are you making fun of like people, like, you know, people who suffer from like this real condition and have not yet accepted their fate, like I have.
Now,
I've embraced it.
Before we step into the Momo-kun update, this is my segment now. That's gonna be my little segment. I want to ask you a question. Speaking of, how do you feel about werehogs?
I think that was a mistake. I feel a little insulted because he didn't. That was a place that Sonic did not need to go into. That's our That's our life. Those are our experiences. He did not portray them well.
Lycan Jones racist? If you're a werehog, he hates you.
No, I don't mind werehogs. There's no such thing as werehogs. Sonic was appropriating were culture.
Oh.
I'm not the racist one. Sonic is. Sonic racist?
Tweet at Sonic Team.
At Sonic Team. Yo, you guys racist?
But anyway, the Momotune update. So, other than her just being fat.
Wait. Wow, that was... You're just going into it, aren't you? You're just jumping into that.
I said I'm diving into the deep end. I don't care if it's 9 feet tall, but I can swim. I'm buoyant.
Are you?
Yeah.
Okay.
But anyway.
You think she is? Well, I mean, if you went to Colossal Con, which is essentially like a convention, like a convention at a water park, then I guess you'd find that out. But if she wasn't too busy taking pictures of her ass.
I'm trying to... Let's see. Now, now I gotta think about this. Could Momotune be as buoyant? Probably. Maybe. Jessie Nidri's probably buoyant, but that's a different story.
Yeah, she doesn't need a life preserver.
But anyway, Momotune just being fat,
we're gonna get flagged by the cosplay community. We're gonna be labeled by...
You're lucky I'm not doing a later Noodles update, because I've been catching up on her.
We don't speak that name. We don't speak the I word. We don't... That's the forbidden name.
But anyway, that's it for the Momotune update.
Is she buoyant? That's it? Is she buoyant? You got nothing else?
Is she fat?
You're not even gonna talk about like the fact that she's gone dark after one of her friends exposed her.
Yeah, she's been kind of very careful on her social media lately.
Well, except for the Chun pictures that she took.
Okay, the Chun, I'm gonna say.
Go ahead, give her props.
I'll give her props. The Chun-Li isn't too bad.
Good job, Momo. Just if you keep your clothes on and are honest and actually try to work at... Your dad's a bodybuilder, for God's sakes. You know, just do what he says. Follow what he says. You hate your mom, but you love your dad. So just follow him. He knows what's best for you.
But anyway...
You know what would be a better, much more worthwhile body positivity thing for her to do? Ditch the whole, like, thick trend that she's been trying to like co-op off of for the last few years. Probably maybe 2 years. She's a pretty recent
2 years.
Yeah. But anyways, Mariah, if you're listening to this, look. Thick is done. Thick will be over. Let go of thick.
The only person...
Your dad's a bodybuilder. Maybe it's time for you to go string. You know, become a bodybuilder.
Become the strong.
Yes, become the fucking strong, Mariah.
The only person rocking the thick nowadays is EK from H3.
It's true. Even then, he's losing his thickness.
Football lost 2017, still strong.
Yeah, so I'm proud of you, Ethan. Great moves, Ethan.
Keep it up. Proud of you.
Anyways, so yeah, I mean, just following your dad's footsteps. You know, Metal Slimer's made a name for himself as like the bodybuilder cosplayer. You know, he's going out there, but you know, there's no
female bodybuilders.
I mean, there's a few of them, but they need more exposure because you know what? As much as we've come to accept like Fat Lives Matter, you know, yoked lives matter. That's got to be the next thing because people still look at yoked lives and they're like people who are just yoked. They're just jacked. You know, like huge jacked man. And they look at him and they're like, man, that's intimidating. I can't even be like unless this is a picture of that's drawn or animated, I can't even go full chub to this. But you know, if a strong, independent young woman steps forward and brings back like makes yoke the new thing for like women, that'll be interesting. I'd go for that. I'm getting sick of thick, anyways. Anyone like with a weight problem can do thick.
Exactly. Anyway, that's the Momotune update. Don't be fat. Be muscular.
Be like your dad. Your dad's cool. I've never met him, but he seems like he'd be a cool guy if he puts up with you.
Anyway, going from that, now we gotta go into some more meat. That was kind of like the vegetables. Then I'll toss those to the side to the dog.
Wait, you throw your vegetables to your dog? You don't give him the meat bones?
I give him the meat bones sometimes. That's more for me.
What?
That's a snack for later. Anyway,
that explains a lot.
Anyway, one of the meaty topics we want to talk about was the.
Wait! Before we go into our today's topic, because you got one. No coin toss again. Hey, so before the beginning of this podcast, we were reminded of the Baruto shirt, which we found out is not Baruto.
That's what I was getting into. That was that was more the meat.
Right,
the Baruto update. Anyway, we've decided to delve deeper into this Baruto phenomenon.
Yeah, by the way, it's pronounced. It's not. We thought it was Baruto, but it's actually Baruto, which does not roll off the tongue. It's very well.
Might as well just say Baruto.
Yeah. So it's Baruto. Go on.
We've delved deeper into this, and we found out that there's a lot of fan art for this. At this point, might as well be official art. Actually, there is official art.
Yeah, there's an episode of The Simpsons where they're anime characters, or they're like it's like an alternate version where anime Simpsons come in, and yes, Bart is Naruto.
Well, homo.
Okay, that's it. The podcast is over.
My bad. Okay. Well, Homer is Zoro from One Piece, and Lisa's Mikasa from Attack on Titan, or as people like to call it, as in they're actually not people; they're more like homunculi.
Is Attack on Titan still a thing? Do people still care about that?
I heard season 2 was really good, but it lost money to that stupid Kimono Friends.
Oh, the Nekomono thing?
Yeah.
You mean the thing that spawned the waifu for that poor penguin at that zoo?
Yeah.
That makes me sad. That penguin has every right to a waifu.
Here's a really sad part.
Mikasa never existed.
Yeah. Anyway,
the sad
Attack on
part
Titan was a big anime budget. It was really big with the budget, especially since it was season 2 and the first season was really popular.
Yeah.
That did so poorly in views because around the same time was that show going on, which was animated by like 5 people with a shoestring budget.
As long as you have,
but here's the thing,
fan service, you're cool.
But here's the thing, people might say like, "Well,
don't draw a fan service version of me for God's sakes." If I see fan art of like,
can I just Photoshop your head over like Charles Bronson?
That's what I look like normally.
Can I just Photoshop your head over those productive pictures of Bobby Riggs from the 1970s?
No, those are real ones right there. See? Actually, no. Hold on. Let me. He's not swollen enough. Here, put me over those Burt Reynolds tasteful nude pics. Actually, that's a bear of a man.
But anyway, back to that. People might say like, well, shouldn't we be congratulating Kimono Friends? No.
No, because it was an easy show to make.
It's also garbage.
You know what else is garbage? The amount of time that we spent cruising on Google Images for Bart Udo pictures.
From what we understand, the lore and the fan base, a lot of people think Homer is Kakashi.
Why?
By my opinion, and people think Barney is Minato, the 4th Hokage.
My favorite thing is that
Mo is Itachi. Mo is Itachi.
Here's the thing. Before I saw that, my first thought was, oh, Millhouse's Sasuke, that's pretty top. That's pretty good. That's a good lol right there. I love
Sakura, that kind of makes a little sense.
Even though, what? Yeah, I mean, it makes sense, but then the whole, like, you have this little incest thing here.
No? Naruto and Sakura never went at it.
There was never tension?
Okay.
Early on there was.
There was, but that was just Naruto just being a kid. After Shippuden, he just kind of dismisses that a lot. Even to the point where, like...
So hold on. So it's like this. Hey, Naruto, remember when you had a crush on me?
He's like, what?
No, that never happened.
Ooh, what's Hinata up to? Pretty much.
Well, I mean, considering how Hinata grows up, why wouldn't he, man? I mean, when you have a whole episode where you need to lampshade the fact that
it's not a whole episode. It's actually kind of
it's okay when you have a scene. When you have the requisite anime hot spring episode. When you have that scene, like you never needed to like address it. It could have just been like a detail that like fans could argue about for like the next 13 decades. You know.
People are still mad at the fact that like Naruto and Sakura never ended up together. It was Naruto and Hinata, but I saw it coming a mile away.
Well, duh. Like, okay, can I ask
Plus,
you something?
Sakura liked Sasuke the whole time, despite him trying to kill her on numerous occasions.
Well, it's not a perfect relationship.
Even
okay, can
then.
I ask you something? What does Hinata see in Naruto?
From what
If you're put yourself in the shoes of a woman for once.
Okay.
Let me ask you
this. Hinata's character's always shy. Here Naruto is being this being this loner boy because no one in the village fucking loves him. Yeah, well, at first when he was a kid, like Hinata was getting bullied and Naruto was like, "You better stop that right now," and everybody's like, "What are you gonna do, punk?"
My father and mother are angry at me.
His father and mother are dead. So anyway, he defends Hinata and Hinata's like, "Why did you do this?" He's like, "Because that's my ninja way." And Hinata's like, "Oh, I want to be just like that then. Naruto, I'm going to keep following you because that's my ninja way."
Wait, I'm laughing because I just thought of this. What if Naruto is the Christian of the Leaf Village?
Hinata's not a troll. He just wants it to get help.
Well, Hinata's the wallflower, that's why. Okay, so Naruto saves her from bullies once, and he suddenly like.
And she's like, "Oh, that's kind of cool." And then like throughout the show, he just starts he starts developing his ninja way, and then Hinata sees that he's like, "I want to be just like that." So that happens.
I want to kill Naruto one day.
No.
Oh, that would have been the greatest.
But anyway, do you want to know the kicker for the whole Naruto Sakura thing? That pretty much just confirmed it.
What?
Sakura realized the fact that she thinks the only reason Naruto's still chasing Sasuke around
because they're gay.
No, that's also that might have been.
They kissed once,
twice.
I'm pretty sure there's been like some butt touches.
But if you who knows, they used to be butt buddies. They were big. They're bigger butt buddies now in Boruto.
Okay, I'm just gonna again. We're still talking about Boruto here.
I just thought I'd explain some lore.
To be fair, I think the ship. I mean, I'm pretty sure people ship it, but like in retrospect, Naruto had the perfect seeds for like the most complex. Okay, all right, never mind. I take that back. I was gonna say like they should have just made Sasuke and Naruto like gay, and it would have been cool. But then I realized like that would having like an abusive like
they're just bros.
You know what?
They're just bros.
You know what? I take that back. I'm going to rewrite Naruto so it's pretty much like Moonlight but with ninjas. Oh my god. Then it's good. But
anyway, so you have to remember this.
It's official. I'm remaking Moonlight but making it about Sasuke and Naruto's burgeoning gay relationship.
Can I play Guy Sensei?
I don't think there's room for Guy in this.
Can I play Neji?
Neji can be one of the bullies who beats up Naruto, and then
that's what Neji kind of did anyway.
Yeah. Okay, but
anyway.
I was saying, okay, I get all that, but let me ask you this. Like,
no. Okay, so to stop Naruto from doing this, just she thinks it's a waste of time.
Don't do this, Naruto.
Yeah, she's like, okay, I get what he's doing. So she's like, Naruto, I love you, and Naruto's like,
yeah,
okay. Don't. Everybody's just like, you thought you don't love him. Even Hinata's just like. Just nods her head
don't
like,
touch my man, you hoe bag. You bag of hoes. Okay, but real talk here. Let's say you're a female ninja.
Mm-hmm.
You're in Naruto's grade. Oh, however ninja school grades function. You're in his class.
Yeah.
You look based on like what you've seen of Naruto. Would you date him? No, right? No.
Does my silence answer it for me?
Okay, yeah. I mean, who would be a more eligible bachelor? You know, if you were a young ninja maiden and you were looking for a young ninja gentleman to hook up with later, who would be more eligible? Definitely not Sasuke. I mean, Sasuke is cool, but until you realize what an edgelord he is and what a sad, angry boy he is, like he's like that cool. Like
he's like the sad boys. He's literally the sad boys.
No,
Twitter.
He's that cool loner kid that like. Is cool when you're young, who you think is like so fascinating to date when you're younger, then you grow up and you realize like no, you need a man of substance.
He's also the kid where like if you listen closely while the class is silent, you'll hear his headphones blasting Linkin Park.
Yeah, exactly. So, I mean, crossing out Sasuke because who's only cool until you realize how uncool he is.
Yeah, but he's got the red eyes.
Again, when you grow out of your rebellious emo phase, and then Naruto, who's just a fucking clown.
But still, he's a good guy. He's a genuinely good guy, though.
But is he dating material?
Not really.
Okay, so who is? You got
Shikamaru, probably. Him and Tamari actually did end up.
Okay, but he that's because he I don't know. Here's the thing. I mean, if I were a young
Shikamaru's really cool.
I think he's cool. I don't know if I would want to date him. Like, I mean, he seems cool, but he seems so like angry and grumpy to like try to break
down. He's not
down.
angry. He's just kind of grumpy and lazy.
I know, but like he's like that whole grumpy laziness. You'd have to be
He's Garfield.
Wait. What's the name of Shikamaru's team? Or what number are they? Team 10 or something?
Yeah.
Okay, so if Shikamaru's Garfield, does that make Choji Odi?
Choji Odi and Nino is...
John? Is she John or no?
No, Austin was more like John.
Oh my! Wait, what's the name of the creator of Naruto?
Kishimoto.
Kishimoto. We found out your secret. All the characters are based off of Sunday Funny's characters. You're no better than me.
So what's Naruto?
Oh, this probably Blondie or something. No, it's. I'm pretty sure it's like based off of Dilbert. Naruto's Dilby.
So that made Sasuke
Wally. That makes Sasuke Wally. No, that makes no sense. I'll get back to you on that. But no, real talk. Like Shikamaru, I think was only dateable if you're like an aggressive woman, like Tamari. Tamari
whips him into shape.
Exactly, so it only works. But I don't know. But to begin with, you have to see something in him, and I think like when he tries, it's just like, oh, there's a spark of life in that corpse. You know who I think is more eligible? Rock, even though he looks, I mean, he could use a better haircut, but like, Rock is like somebody who could gain a steady job, who could like be a good partner. Kiba, you know, he runs a dog kennel. What person doesn't love dogs? Shino, I don't know. I mean,
bit of a bud man, but it's okay.
He's quiet, you know, the kind of quiet type. He sits in his den.
He's noble.
Yeah.
Neji's a dick. Well, at first,
I would only date Neji for his money.
Neji's not even the main branch. Hinata's name.
I know. I know because that was a big deal. Remember?
He's like, I got the Christmas mark on my forehead. You don't understand, Naruto.
What about Gaara?
I mean, Gaara's not. I mean, Gaara
gets better.
Gaara turns into an actual good guy and becomes like the hero to his village and whatnot.
But you think Gaara, like, okay, Gaara when we first meet him is not dateable. I think
he's a dick.
Okay, but Gaara later on in Shippuden, I think is like actual like, yeah, you know he'd be like a good person to date. He's got like a personality. Kankuro, I think, is undateable. But then again, he doesn't need a woman.
He can make all the women he needs.
All the men he needs too. We don't know how Kankuro swings. In fact, I think he might even just be asexual. For all I know.
I hate the fact that Kankuro looks so cool and he's a cool character.
He's such a nerd.
Not that he's such a nerd, but I just hate the fact that like he sucks. He sucks so much compared to other puppet users in the series.
That's. Oh
well, he gets better later on.
Yeah, but the scaling is not good on him.
It's not because you have like someone like I'm not sure if you ever watched the Sorcery arc or
I know about the other puppet users, but like which is why
Sorcery uses like the dead third like Kazekage as a puppet and then has like an army of 120 puppets.
Yeah, I know about Sorcery, but like I said,
and then you have like Grandma Chio who has like the OG 12 puppets.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like Kankuro is like the gamer from Mars compared to the Matt Pat that is the other characters. Yeah, we're still griping about Matt Pat.
Matt Pat sucks. Don't watch Game Theory anymore.
I think the thing. Okay.
Actually, no, Game Theory is okay to watch.
All right,
on the episode.
All right, new segment. I think we talked enough. I think we got off topic of Boruto and we turned this into Naruto cast. So, all right. Before we go into our actual topic, here's a new segment. Matt Pat update.
A lot of updates this episode, but anyway,
I realize. Okay, you can go ahead first.
Matt Pat is so petty.
You know, like I know After I watched that stream, like I was shocked at like how like self-conscious he is.
Also,
are you trying to tell me that someone his age has never looked at pornography?
Come the fuck on, Matt. I get
why
your
are you
girlfriend's. I get your girlfriend's in the room with you, but come on.
My girlfriend knows I watch pornography sometimes.
I mean, you were trying to like text me the other day, and apparently your phone was autocorrecting tie to tits.
Yeah.
So
and black tie the blowjob. So she knows about like my pornography problem. But regardless of that, man, you're trying to tell me you don't watch porn? That's a lie.
Come the fuck on.
I'm pretty sure your girlfriend watches more porn than you do. I mean,
I get it. He's trying to seem like this innocent angel boy. That he's not.
You're not. You're just a little petty mofo who just can't take criticism.
One like 300K guy. I'm not sure how many subs he has. Probably I think 300, 500K. I'm not sure. But some like a dude with like not even half your subs makes you do this hour-long like part of your stream.
I mean, he was addressing like a lot of criticism people had towards him, but it's just like why?
But even then, Matt Pat took it the wrong way. He thought like this guy was totally against him when in reality, from Mars is just like, I'm just saying some stuff, man. Which
is all he does in retrospect. Rewatching his videos, I realize like he offers nothing really.
He's just info.
If I wanted, he's the phone book. He's about as entertaining as a phone book.
He's the white pages of the internet.
But from Mars, I take that back. I had a gripe with you about how boring you were, but now that I realize that you're the white pages of the internet, keep doing what you're doing, because you know what? We need useless artifacts to stick around.
Also, his response to Matt Pat's response was well worded and gentlemanly. He had no ill will against Matt Pat and like sat down and listened to what he had to say. And then
he didn't threaten him.
He didn't threaten him. He's just like,
all
right, Matt. Matt, you're kind of seeing some things wrong, but it's okay. You're still cool.
You know what? If that were me, if that were me griping on Matt Pat and then Matt Pat rapping back at me, I'll tell you right now, if I saw Matt in the street, I'd murder him. I would make sure.
Challenge him to like celebrity with boxing.
No, I just challenged him to a duel right then and there. And then you know what he'd do? In typical Matt Pat fashion, and passion, I guess. He would probably just whistle. I was like, no, man, it's cool. I didn't mean it. It was just it was all it was all for like the show. It's all for it's all YouTube. Who cares?
Then this is all for YouTube because I'm having it recorded.
All right, boys. And then I would take off my gloves, hit him, and say, "At dawn, homie," and then leave. And then if he didn't show up at dawn, then I just post on YouTube and say like, yo, guess what? I challenged Matt Pat to a duel, and he didn't show up.
He's a wuss.
I even let him have first pick, like pistols or sabers. He not. But by sabers, I mean we would get time clones of Saber to fight each other for us.
It's like Pokemon, you have to give them commands.
No, but here's the thing: we would tie broken glass. We would like glue broken glass to their fists and make them fight each other.
Is it like Pokemon? You have to give them commands.
It's more like dog fighting. I don't approve of dog fighting
or cook fighting.
All right, so that's okay, Matt Pat. If we ever meet in the street and you refuse to duel me, and no, I guess Yu-Gi-Oh counts. Fuck it, Matt Pat. If you refuse to duel me, we can have a long talk about this with your parents. I don't think they want to have a coward for a child.
Have a long talk about your girlfriend.
I don't think she wants to date I think your girlfriend is more likely
to actually accept the duel.
Yeah.
She's like, if Matt's not going to fight, I'll fight.
I appreciate a very good, strong, independent woman. I appreciate it. Matt Pat's girlfriend, whatever your name is, what's her name?
I have no idea.
Yeah, see,
they never adjust her name.
Wow, Matt Pat, you won't even give a name to your girlfriend.
He doesn't respect women. Matt Pat doesn't respect women.
Hashtag Matt Pat doesn't respect women. Doesn't respect his girlfriend. Doesn't even let her say her name. She has a name. She has an identity. She's not just your girlfriend, Matt Pat. For God's sakes.
I honestly now
I
feel bad.
I hate him even more now.
I feel bad for not knowing her name.
I wouldn't. I feel bad because Matt Pat hasn't given her chance to give her name. This is MatPat's fault.
Oh, but we get to know both your names, Matthew Patrick.
Matt Pat. You had to rhyme it, huh? This segment, we've gone too long. We're giving him we're giving him like the time of day by doing this. He's benefiting from us by addressing him.
I'll show
and
you.
his misogyny.
I'll show you a benefit of Mr. Kite.
Is that your stand name?
Oh shit!
For the benefit of Mr. Kite. That's Tav Stands. That's a stand name.
Everybody, and here's Saber's. I like the fact that Saber in the series.
Hold on,
we're gonna cut from Matt Pat because we're done with him into TaviRadio lore. So here's some lore based on the boys. Saber's the only character with a stand. But ironically, we can all see it for some reason.
Yeah.
Which is Cold Hearted Cuck. Not even a song reference, but it's just based on what he is on the inside.
Saber, come on. Just pick a song, and you gotta listen to music.
He does.
It can even be like an anime song that you love so much.
He does actually listen to it. Saber, ironically, is probably the least anime out of all of us in the group.
What the fuck?
He listens. He's an edgelord. I have to remember that.
What the fuck, man?
Well, he's an edgelord with a few layers of irony, so he just doesn't take himself seriously sometimes.
Irony doesn't matter on the internet.
It doesn't. Everybody has to have a layer of irony.
I really, by the way, this would be a topic for another episode, but can I just say about how much I hate the irony defense? Because, as soon as you do something, because nobody can tell if you're being ironic on the internet. Like, it just doesn't matter, man.
I want to cut to the Ricegum thing about the content cop for a second, because you make a good point right now.
Yeah.
So when Ricegum says a lot of his stuff is jokes or just ironic, are they?
No, it's not. That's just a stupid defense that when things get too real for him because he's a coddle baby.
I do like the fact that he didn't immediately make a video responding to it. He's actually taking his time with it because I think.
He's trying to see if he can process it. I doubt he can. I think he's gonna pull a Leafy here.
No,
we're looking at Leafy too.
Because Leafy did his video in 2 days, but Ricegum, it's almost been a week.
Ricegum can spend an entire month on it, and the result will be the same. Do I act like a little bitch? Huh?
I'm a little bitch. Or what if he's saying that he's probably taking a time to make a diss track? Son of a bitch.
All right, let's get to the topic. We've spent half an hour here.
The true topic.
Bringing up updates. So this is kind of our little update episode. So today's update will actually. Today's topic will actually be a review. We're gonna sit here and discuss one of our favorite web series of all time. One of them, not our favorite of all time, but just one of the best of all time. Sugoi Quest for Kokoro.
It's such a wonderful series, in my opinion. 4 episodes, but it ended in a movie. 4 episodes in a movie, right?
I watched the movie. It's so hard to sit through. The movie is not canon to me.
It also had an OVA. I had an OVA 4 episodes in a movie. It's a whole anime series.
And in typical anime series fashion, that was short-lived and then came back as an anime. The movie was not as good as the original series.
It wasn't.
And was done in a different art style that completely, shits all over the original version. I'm looking at you, Ava.
Come on. Actually, no. The new Ava movies are really good.
I'm looking at you, Ghost in the Shell remix, where you added a bunch of CGI to scenes that didn't need it.
They didn't need it.
By the way,
the special edition for Ghost in the Shell that I have added some unnecessary CG that I really hate about it, and I wish there was an original version that I could watch.
There is. The original Blu-ray is out. It's pretty cheap, actually, and
okay.
It's really nice. It's like a steelbook, too.
Damn, I should have got that one, because I got a really cheap anniversary edition one, which has a CG added, and I don't like it.
No, you can find the original. I mean, you can go to Target and get it.
I'm going to have to go to Target Cast. Anyway.
So Sugoi Quest for Kokoro. Alright, very brief rundown of the plot. It revolves... It is essentially about a fan character that's set in the Homestuck in an anime version of the Homestuck universe. It's Homestuck fan fiction taken to its logical conclusion, which it becomes a really dumb magical girl slice of life anime parody. I mean that's all it really is. It's like it takes all the worst like aspects of Homestuck fan fiction and self-insert characters, and takes it to its just like to pretty much like takes it to its event horizon.
By the way, I got one thing to say before we go any further. Speaking of Homestuck, on the topic of Homestuck, where's that game, Hussy?
Oh, he released the trailer for it already. It's related.
Just a trailer.
One eraser.
One eraser.
Are you gonna put the little Skinner there?
One trailer? Really?
I mean, the game looks great.
Okay.
I'll show it to you later.
Okay, anyway. Let's give a rundown of our character. Main character.
Sakura-chan. She is a Mary Sue.
To the max.
Yes. Again.
She's OP? Probably.
Sort of. Okay, in the first episode, she goes full magical girl. She and gets pretty much knocked out by somebody who doesn't even power up until the second episode.
And then she kills them.
Sakura-chan is like the worst aspects of. Is pretty much like how all Mary Sue characters really are. They're self-centered. Self-centered.
Well, they're also self-centered too.
What?
They're also self-centered as well.
I mean, yeah, but like it's literally everything has to be about her, and she essentially is a sociopath. Like
she is.
She only cares about like her crush on Karkat. She only wants to
kill Terezi.
No, she only kills Terezi because she sees her hanging out with Karkat.
Terezi doesn't even die by her hand.
She walks into traffic, and then gets resurrected by their principal.
Who's like MILF-chan or something.
Yeah, it's something like that. It's like MILF something or Super MILF.
But anyway, before we explain anything else, we probably got to give a rundown of the 4 episodes, which aren't too hard.
Yeah, so first episode is
we're introduced to our main character, Sakura-chan.
And her friend Terezi-chan, who's just Terezi. They go to a high school. They all wear like schoolgirl uniforms. It's essentially like your typical school anime. There's Vriska-chan, who is drawn with absurdly large breasts, and then there's some like emo
characters behind her, but they're really just fodder for later on.
Freaking.
But anyway, they go to school.
Solix is their teacher for some reason, and then they pick a fight because.
On page 48, you'll see a picture of a dong.
so Vriska steals Terezi's cane because she's blind. Sakura-chan fights back by pretty much unleashing her magical girl form in school to pick a fight with a bully, which doesn't go well because Vriska just punches her and knocks her out. She goes to the hospital.
It meets Dr. Chan,
the best character, the only character with real common sense in the whole show, and he's just like a stock photo cut out with like poor mouth movement animations. It's literally just an oval for his mouth. And some occasional like angry eyes like here and there. But Sakura-chan is in the hospital. Dr. Chan tells her,
Don't go full like Kawaii mode or whatever it was.
Like just hang out, recover. Please don't do anything stupid. Next episode, and then that episode ends there. Also, there's a really, really long opening for it. That's half the episode is the really badly animated opening, which is fantastic. It gets better, trust me.
I know.
So second episode,
Sakura-chan
has nightmares in the hospital, which drops a lot of hints to which drops a lot of foreshadowing.
She then wakes up. She's like, "Oh, I'm late for school." Chan. She runs to the school
in her nightgown. By the way, she just up and leaves. Dr. Chen shows up. Like, what the fuck? He's gone.
She's gone.
Also, Dr. Chen speaks in loud ear rape sounds.
So,
it's clearly. Someone pretty much
went up to the mic
and said, "I black middied our recording."
But anyway, she goes to school, and she's like, "Oh, there's Karkat," and then she sees Terezi next to him, and then she just goes into full like rage anger mode.
Yeah, so she now she pretty much makes Terezi her big arch enemy because she's not her romantic rival. So she goes to school. It's funny because Sakura-chan is still in her
Today I'll teach you how to.
She's still in her hospital gown and head bandages, and she's at school. and they're in their cooking class, which is taught by this troll who looks like Ryu, but with horns that look like a fork and a spatula, like a fork and a spoon.
Okay, class. Today I'll teach you how to make the perfect omelet.
Sakura-chan, have you seen my spatula? I can't find it. I'm blind.
Maybe you can't find it because I fucking broke you, stupid bitch.
Sakura-chan, go to the principal's office right now.
Everyone just describes the whole scene, and she's walking to the principal's office.
The greatest foot sound effect ever. So she's walking down to the principal's office, and she runs into Vriska-chan.
With their cronies again.
And Vriska-chan's just like, I have my own transformation powers, and she just up and turns into her own like spider-themed magical girl, set to the music by lesbian duo band Tattoo.
All the things she said.
Yeah, all the things she said.
Which is fitting.
Yeah, it's great. I love it. Great shout out to somebody who clearly grew up in like the early 2000s.
So anyway, she runs at Sakura-chan. Sakura-chan just
pops one of her breasts, one of her oversized breasts, and then all of a sudden Sakura-chan pretty much goes into like
full murder mode,
full Tetsuo mode, to the point where they play music from Akira in the background, and there's this big intimidating scene. And she just murders Terezi. The next scene is her she murders Vriska. The next scene is her walking out of school saying, "Oh, time to go home now," and she's covered in blood while the police and ambulances are there to clean up whatever is left of her.
She goes home and Terezi's like, and they mess each other through like the little weird thing,
which they do in like aside from the fact that there are Homestuck characters, that even ones that show up in the OP but never show up in the actual show, like Aridin and Gamzee,
Dave.
None of them ever show up in like the actual show proper, but aside from that, reminding you this is set in the Homestuck universe because they're all gray candy corn troll people. Like the only other reference to the actual comic is their chat dialogues, which they utilize in this one scene. And she's like, "Vriska-chan's dead," and
then Sakura-chan's like, "You're next."
And that's the end of the third episode. Second episode. So the third episode, we get a new OP that's actually co-animated by Miraculous Tang, who was, when I was in the Homestuck fandom briefly, that was one of my favorite animators and artists. She was pretty cool.
She has still animated, so
it shows because the OP is so good, and
it's too good.
I know it's too good, and it still incorporates like bad animation and art styles in it, like the stuff that's like very bad, like very off model, which I enjoy, including some characters like this weird emo troll that looks a bit like what's in it. Tavros. That looks a little bit like Tavros if he went emo and had like upside down like horn. Whatever. The point is, it's a good opening. And it's a great setup to the next part of the episode, which is Sakura-chan trying to get back into school because now
the police are after her.
Yeah, like they're surrounding the school.
Chan, won't let me go into school, Chan.
So that's when we're introduced to Okami Kitsune-chan, who is her childhood friend that she forgot about, who keeps trying to tell her that she has a crush on her, and she tells her. She pretty much says like I can teach you how to get inside the school. Also,
Take me, no.
So yeah, which is funny because at this point, some of the art style changes, or a little bit. Like their outfits change. Like Sakura-chan stops wearing her school uniform and actually has an outfit closer to the Homestuck like outfits. She pretty much wears a short skirt with like a black tank top with her stupid symbol on it. I can't even remember what it is. It was
a cat or something.
Yeah, something dumb like that. So they're walking through the forest in the best bad animation possible, to the point where like some of the feet just like go off the screen, and then they run into right as they
run into one of
right as Okami-chan's about to profess her love to her, which is a running gag with this character in the only 2 episodes she appears in. One of Vriska's henchmen. Who has like some emo name in it.
I don't think they ever said her name.
No, there's a name. She has a name. It's like Raven Darkblood or something. Oh. It's in the credits. She's
like, so you killed Vriska-sama. I'm gonna kill you. I'll eat you for breakfast.
Yeah. So she runs into this and she's like, like
you set me up.
Say goodbye, Lord Ask is already dead. So yeah, Sakura Chan pulls a move that I would only that's straight out of Jessica Nigri's own martial arts book, where she pretty much grabs Okami-chan of her breasts and then flings her away out of the forest to pick a fight with this henchman, and the henchman just like,
I'm half Japanese, half Yakuza. She's like, I can make green tea. I'll eat you for breakfast.
You have a katana. That's impossible. You have a katana too. I'm 1/4 Japanese.
I'm half Japanese, half samurai, half Yakuza.
I watch Naruto and know how to make green tea.
But you're just a whip.
No one's more Japanese than me. So pretty much they get into a fight that doesn't last very long with some really uncomfortable, poorly drawn fan service. I mean, those panty shots are not pleasant to look at. In fact, part of the way the show makes fun of fan service, I think, is great because it's what on the TV tropes page would be called fan disservice.
Because you really don't want to see.
No, it's really bad and uncomfortable to look at. So, anyways, they fight. And after she insults her after Vriska's henchman insults Sakura-chan by calling her a weeaboo, she gets really mad and just eye lasers her into dust. And she's like, Timmy, okay, Okami-chan, you can take me to school now. And then when she realizes that Okami-chan's gone because she threw her in a fit of rage, she just starts throwing a fit herself. She's kind of like Chris-chan in that nobody trolls Sakura-chan harder than Sakura-chan herself.
So then Dr. Chan comes in and takes her to school.
To which, to pick a fight with Terezi-chan, by the way. The only reason she wants to go back to school isn't because she has like an obligation for education. It's because she wants to show up to kill her former best friend.
To which then we find out from the teacher that she does.
Teacher Chan, by the way.
Find out from Teacher Chan.
The third teacher in the series is not a troll. Isn't like.
He's more akin to Dr. Chan.
No, it's not even. It's not a character from Homestuck or an original character that looks like a character from another series. It's much like in the same vein as Dr. Chan. It's a stock photo of a teacher with a badly drawn mouth on him. And
what sounds similar as well,
with the same ear rape voice, and
she reveals that Terezi walked into traffic and died.
Terezi fucking died. She walked into traffic.
To which Sakura-chan gets mad and gets sent to jail.
No, she doesn't get mad. She actually cries because Terezi-chan. She starts mourning Terezi-chan. So she immediately does an emotional 180 and starts crying, and then. We have a little teaser scene where the school principal, which is it's like something. It's like, I guess her name is MILF Chan or something like that. Anyways, it's
MILF Sam. I don't know.
It's essentially this troll in like a poorly drawn bikini and like horrible. Again, more fan service. It's like giant inflatable looking breasts and like a poorly drawn butt. Devil wings. Trying to about to resurrect Terezi after she walked into traffic and died, and she looked pretty good for a road waffle.
So
that's the end of episode 3.
Oh no, then the police arrest her.
Oh, that's right. Well, that's implied in between episodes because episode 4. Sorry, episode 4. After having that great opening again, we open with Sakura-chan in Prison-chan.
With the iron ball chained to her tail.
Yeah. By the way, Sakura-chan has a tail.
She also has rainbow-colored blood.
Yeah, because she's special. Because she's the Mary Sue character. She has to have all the colors.
Yeah.
And she's like a Neko. She's like a Neko girl troll, and she has like a little white kitty tail with like a ribbon on it. And Okami-chan has like a fox tail. Again, it's really bad.
Because Kitsune means fox.
Yeah, Okami Kitsune-chan.
Sun God Fox is her name.
Anyways, so Sakura-chan's in prison, Chan. She's upset, and she realizes, like, oh no, I gotta go to school, Chan. So she breaks out of prison, Chan.
Runs to school, Chan.
And realizes, oh, it's Saturday. I wonder what Karkat's up to.
And then Terezi shows up, goes into her magical girl form, and she's like, I thought you were dead.
I guess, the principal MILF Chan character turned her into her own magical, like, Neko girl, to counter, Sakura-chan. So she does that, and she's like, I thought you were dead.
And she's like, never dies.
Yeah.
So Terezi kicks her butt, and she
easily.
Sakura-chan kind of sucks.
You are. He doesn't even like you.
He doesn't even like you. Just give it up.
So yeah, Terezi pretty much tells her, yeah, why are you even chasing after Karkat? He never liked you. He barely knows who you are, which is implied.
So that happens, and now she's back in the hospital.
She's back in the hospital, and Dr. Chan's just like, ugh, I can't. Like, he's done with this bullshit, and he just pretty much tells her, like, hey, okay, rest up, but stay away from this magical Neko egg thing, because if you use it, you'll die. You will literally die if you use it, because it's just too much fucking power. So after a long deliberation, which includes, by the way, one of the running jokes is the clip from the Simpsons where Lenny says dental plan.
Battle plan.
It's dental plan.
Dental plan.
Yeah, because it's an episode where they're talking about Lisa needs braces. Dental plan. Lisa needs braces. Dental plan.
But that happens. She grabs it.
She grabs it. She grabs it. She turns into a giant rainbow outlined white cat monster. And
goes to fight Terezi again.
Well, she goes to get Karkat, harass him again, and then Terezi is there, thank God, and she transforms and tries to fight her. Which is funny because when she transforms, she has a pretty good transformation sequence, which has some bad fan service in it too. That butt shot is unwatchable. It's terrible. Anyway, so it's funny because Sakura-chan's actually worried because the first time they fought, he's just like, oh no. So they fight, or they try to fight, but then Okami Kitsune-chan shows up, and she's in her magical girl power now too.
With double hook swords that she stole from Cabal from Mortal Kombat.
Leave poor Cabal alone.
But anyway,
what did he ever do to you?
She's like, no, I'll defend her
because I love her. And again, in the same way that she's always getting cut off as she's about to profess her love, Sakura-chan straight up just crushes her with her feet. And then Terezi-chan tells her, like, no, I'll still defeat you.
And then Milk-chan's like...
And then then Karkat's like, it's like, you're facing the wrong way! And then that's when Sakura-chan blasts her with her, rainbow eye vision again. Or, not again, but, uses her eye vision, but it's, all rainbows, and destroys her. She pretty much... so at this point, Sakura-chan grabs Karkat in her mouth. She's about to just walk away with her. And then Dr. Chan shows up, and the only way to defeat this giant Neko monster is with an ordinary handgun. So Dr. Chan shows up and says, I'm so sorry it had to come to this, but you leave me no choice, pretty much. And it's funny, because Sakura-chan accepts her fate, and she's actually apologetic. So she's about to let Dr. Chan put her down. And then the MILF shows up.
She's like, no. This is my plan all along.
And speaks bad Japanese. By the way, this MILF character only speaks in bad Japanese that actually don't match the subtitles, according to actual Japanese speakers who watch the show.
They didn't.
So he threatens to shoot her, and then shoot Dr. Chan. She shoots him. Which is funny because when the MILF showed up, Sakura-chan, there's a little nice detail. Sakura-chan gasped, letting Karkat out of her mouth, and as he fell down, Karkat falls in front of the bullet that's meant for Dr. Chan, and Karkat dies, which causes everyone to go into shock, and then Sakura-chan screams so loud that the world explodes, and then the final scene is her running in the moonlight away.
That's the ending credit.
Yeah, that's the ending credits.
Anyway, that's a whole series. No discussing the OVA and movie. They're not canon.
Well, they are and they're not. The OVA, little brief summary, takes place right after the series. Everyone's alive. That's it. Just Sakura-chan just continues to be a giant butthole, and that's it.
So here's the synopsis that I want to talk about. Or here's the thing: is Sakura-chan OP or not?
It depends. Sorry, I'm getting food.
Just bring it over here. There you go.
That's what I'm doing.
Anyway,
we're keeping this in, so you know that we eat. We're good eating boys.
But anyway, here's something I want to talk about: is Sakura-chan OP because she's kind of dispatched of Okami and versus Henchman in the third episode pretty easily.
Yeah.
And the fact that she also
she pretty okay. Do we talk about that? I don't know if this was intentional, but I like the nightmare when she has in the second episode, how it pretty much foreshadows what happens in episode 4. I wonder if that was how intentional that was. I mean, they must have thought that's where they were going, or it's just something that we set this up in episode 2. We might as well do it. Either way, it was pretty good.
I feel like it was just a reference to Akira. Like that whole episode was had several references to Akira.
Yeah. Sakura-chan is Tetsuo.
Terezi-chan is Taneda?
Yeah. Terezi-chan! Sakura-chan!
I don't know, in the second and third episode, I feel like she's only this powerful because she's angry and mad and determined.
Well, here's the thing.
Anime character. Oh, wait. That's it! Anime characters are only, OP AF if they're determined to do something.
Or she's only as powerful and as weak as this show would find it to be funny. So whatever's funnier that happens. So it's funnier to just have her just destroy a character with eye lasers, or just murder Vriska-chan off screen, or destroy Terezi-chan after she's been set up to be this really badass character designed to destroy Sakura-chan, who's been revived in order to be designed to destroy Sakura-chan, as opposed to being weaker. I mean, it's funnier if she transforms in the first episode into a magical girl and then gets defeated easily, so that way in the next episode she can come back, go full Tetsuo and destroy Terezi, and then in the next episode be so. I mean, here's the thing. I think her power level scales pretty consistently, because in the first episode she sucks, second episode she's OP, third episode she's OP, fourth episode Terezi comes back and is designed to be more OP than her, and then she gets the Neko egg and becomes the most OP, even though an ordinary handgun is enough to take her down, apparently, according to Dr. Chan. He's a doctor, so he knows what he's doing, right?
So here's I'm gonna make a tier list for this now. Here's a tier list of Sidori Kokoro.
I wonder how strong Vriska-chan was in her magical girl form.
Clearly not strong as Sakura-chan in her default anger mode.
I don't think it was her default. I think that was her first power boost, because she has that nightmare. That hints to her secret abilities. So I mean, again, which means Sakura-chan is clearly more powerful enough than a boosted Terezi. Huh.
But here's the thing: Sakura-chan also never went magical girl on Terezi or Vrista at all.
She didn't need to. Her after getting that boost in power, her default mode was enough to defeat a boosted Vriska-chan.
So, but here's the thing: when we have to compare, when she's the base of everything, you have to compare things to how the fact that Okami Kitsui-chan at the last episode in her schoolgirl and her magical girl outfit was
is enough to parry, block one attack with two swords. By the way, but from Terezi-chan and her Neko form.
Yeah. So I wonder.
I think this tier list doesn't make sense, and we should just.
No.
Okay.
Here's my tier list. All right. I'm gonna put Vrista at the bottom because she kind of sucks. No.
Default.
Default Sakura. Vrista. Powered up Vrista. Power boosted Sakura-chan.
Or Awakened Sakura-chan.
Awakened Sakura-chan. I want to put Vrista's henchman next.
Yeah, because she's as strong as...
Awakened.
As Awakened... I didn't even think about that. Yeah, she's as strong as Awakened Sakura-chan, but...
Or should we put her next to Power boosted Vrista?
I would say Power boosted Vrista because, again, Sakura-chan just owns her as soon as she gets mad.
Okay, so then Awakened... So her henchman's right next to, like, Power boosted Vrista.
Which is kind of sad.
And then Awakened Sakura-chan. And then
Okami, and then Terezi-chan is stronger than the Awakened Sakura-chan.
And then, but we gotta put Okami somewhere.
Right next to, probably under Terezi.
Yeah, slightly under Terezi. And
maybe the same level, or maybe it's the same level as Terezi-chan.
Probably. So
we never know. She gets killed right away.
So I'm gonna put her right next to Terezi because she's able to kind of like hold her own.
Oh God, we're turning into death battle. We're analyzing minor details. In order to like calculate how strong a character is.
But anyway, then I'm gonna put like full power.
Sakura-chan in her cat form is about as large as a.
And we see it's bigger than a hospital. And a normal hospital is like 3,000 feet or whatever. So
she's as big as two elephants. Not even 2 elephants. Which means that 2 elephants is strong enough to take on to destroy Okami-chan. Which means she's weaker than 2 elephants.
That's some pretty good information there, boys. I'm gonna eat some bacon. Is that death battle?
Yeah.
So anyway, so full cat form.
That's another show that I've turned on recently. I used to watch that show and like this is pretty interesting, and then it became like garbage because a lot of the fights they pick just don't make sense anymore. It's like a lot of them
McGruff and Smokey, and then
was lame. That was the lamest episode. It's almost like they made that episode specifically to troll their own fans. Also, Smokey was looked like a Family Guy version of Smokey the Bear. You couldn't even get a real animator for this. You had to borrow someone from Seth MacFarlane's ranch.
Did you get a real animator?
Who? Mm-hmm. The guy who did Brickleberry?
Probably.
Oh!
Yeah, they look like Brickleberry characters.
I'm done with this world. Let's go back to the real topic. So, power levels.
Awakened Sakura-chan should be at the end, but I'm going to put Dr. Chan at the end because he's pretty omniscient and omnipotent. Especially the fact since his own technique, the gun,
omnipotent.
I'm pretty omnipotent.
Stand user, cowboy. Stand name, gun.
He's pretty able, and he says this: the gun's able to put down a full-powered Sakura-chan.
My name is Whole Horse, and my power is the gun. Surely this is a man who can defeat the Joestar group.
He could have.
I don't know. He couldn't even kill Abdul. He couldn't even... He had Polnareff right where he needed to, and he couldn't even kill Polnareff. God damn it, Boingo. You did this. That's another topic for another episode. I have some very strong feelings about how the villain scale in Stardust Crusaders. Because I feel like they were stronger... all the tarot card ones were stronger than I feel had stands that were stronger than the ones that were Dio's elite Egyptian god card stand users.
Egyptian god card stand users suck.
I feel like none of their techniques or none of their stand powers are actually are useful outside of being very situational. Like you could take any of the guys from that they fought previously and put them in any situation, they would function the same. But you have to be you have to get into a fucking gambling game with Darby to I'm not gonna talk about this. Let's finish.
Oh, that's a baseball.
I love that, by the way. Oh, that's baseball.
Oh God. Anyway, back to Sakura-chan. That's the power stealing. Now, what's your review of the show? Like, what do you give it out of, like, stars or 10 or whatever? Like, what do you give it on the Lycan Jones?
I give it 4 farts out of 4. I'm kidding. No, I give it full marks. It is A+ entertainment. I hate using the word content. It's just one of the best like parodies I've seen on YouTube. Like it knows what it's about. I love how it's essentially the My Immortal of like Homestuck fan fiction.
Is it My Immortal?
I think
it's not as edgy as it.
It's pretty. What I'm saying is that at this point where the consensus is that My Immortal was a joke. I think we all realized that it was a joke the whole time because they fucking named Ron renames himself Diablo and they go back in time and then Marty.
There's a writer finally confirmed that it was a joke.
Tav, we don't need.
I want the writer's consensus.
I think she came out and said that it was all fake, or it was intended to be a joke because Marty McFly becomes a character later on in the book.
Okay, yeah, that's a joke.
So, anyways, I would say this is like their goof on like on Homestuck fiction. It's a very clear parody of like anime tropes and Homestuck fiction. It's something very close to my heart. I'm actually very happy I discovered it.
I'm very happy.
While I was making Borf Star because I found like a kindred spirit that helped me continue what I was doing, like and kind of became the magnetic north of like what I wanted to do. But then I got too invested in the characters on my part, so I failed in that regard. I should have just let everything be a shit post, like they did in the in Sugoi Quest for Kokoro. And then, much like Dexter in that one episode, I open up my lock and I say, "I have failed you." Death 420.
It's so ambiguous. Not that anybody cares, but people still don't. People still have been wondering whether or not Death 420 is actually a female or a male.
I think they're a girl because they do all the voices.
Yeah, but they also do a good man voice too.
They have friends.
That's true. I don't know. People are still arguing about that, but it's pretty obvious.
I think that the person is. I don't think gender matters at this point because it's such a good show. And if it was made by a woman, thank God we have more female animators out there.
We have
making quality shit posts like this, making quality parodies like this.
I feel like not even I could make something like this.
I tried to, like I said with my show, I tried to do what she did.
But you got too invested with Borf Star.
That was my biggest failure, because then I got too invested and I realized, like, what am I doing with myself?
I feel...
Should have gone back to college. Why would I go back? I finished it. God damn it.
Could have gone for the Masters.
No, hell no. I'm not wasting money on that.
I got a Master's in what was it? You got poultry science?
Yeah. I should be one of the top leading chicken scientists, and I'm not. I'm here doing this podcast.
Anyway, that's all the time we have for today. On that very depressing note about poultry science.
Hello, darkness, my old friend.
I've come to speak with you again.
Why would darkness come to speak with us? Neji, I'm looking at you.
Anyway.
You think Neji likes Simon and Garfunkel? Do you think he likes that one song? Do you think he would listen to Here's to You, Mrs. Robinson?
Neji or Sasuke?
Sorry, Sasuke.
Both. I think that Sasuke that's older, he probably listens to more Simon and Garfunkel songs.
They have a lot of upbeat songs. That's a problem. Especially Paul Simon.
Maybe he listens to a lot of...
Mama don't take my Kodachrome. Mama don't take my Kodachrome.
Sasuke, what you listening there? Nothing.
Mama don't take my Kodachrome.
But anyway, next time on the podcast, no shilling today. I don't really.
We don't have any shillings.
I mean,
we're not gonna shill for anything.
I mean,
anything you recommend aside from Sugoi Quest?
Go out there, buy a Boruto shirt.
I won't send you the link.
But it's pretty easy to hunt down.
But we're going to encourage you. We want this to be a challenge.
Can we throw out the website first? That we found
No, it's on Society 6. Look up Bart Udo. Bart Udo.
Bart and then Uto. That's it. No Boruto.
No, not Dr. Muto. That obscure video game I just referenced.
What?
Welcome to Dr. Mudo cast.
Anyway.
Okay, my next animated series is going to be an adaptation of Dr. Mudo.
Even I don't have to know, but I'm going to have to find out after the podcast, after this is done. Anyway, I think the only shit I gotta do, J-List on a field link.
Hey, you know what's another obscure video game from the PlayStation era? Hurdy-Gurdy.
Even I don't know that one.
Billy Hatcher.
Oh, I know Billy Hatcher.
Why isn't he...
Why hasn't Billy Hatcher come back?
You wasted a good IP.
They did. Only one game. It was actually a fun game, too.
That, along with Super Monkey Ball, are like wasted IPs. God dang it,
Super
Sega.
Monkey Ball should come back. That has prime opportunity to come back. It came back on the Wii, but
Sega, you dropped the ball.
But anyway, that's it for the podcast. The only show I got, J-List, affiliate link.
Hey, did
Give me money.
Did that J-List thing actually go through?
Yeah.
Oh, cool. Also, I'm gonna try to monetize my channel. See if YouTube won't take me down by doing this.
It probably won't.
I stole a lot of music. If my channel, like in a week, if my channel is still up, then you'll know that I might be able to make money off of this fucking thing that I've been working on for 2 to 3 years. Well, I stopped working on it. I got bigger plans. I got a fan fiction that I've been writing with a very close friend of ours. One Deer Simulator.
When is he gonna come on?
We have to fly him out from whatever
From Encino, California.
Best day of the week, says Michael Jackson of Encino, California. When he's not too busy hanging at his theme park with the kids, he's having a slice of pizza. Have a slice on us, man. Take your white gloves off first. You'll enjoy it more.
The Acrobats. Shout out to them. But yeah,
You had a good show.
it was really good.
And they had Mega 64 on there. They went mainstream for like a few minutes in each episode.
But anyway, before this podcast goes out of hand, where we talked about the Acrobats for another hour, because that's the topic in itself.
Yeah.
Thank you for tuning in, and remember, don't subscribe to Game Theory.
Yeah. Encourage Momo-kun to lose weight properly. Tell her to become a bodybuilder. Start a new wave of cosplay based on bodybuilders. Oh, and yeah, that's it. Thanks for listening.